Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Tuesday, January 24th, 2017. Welcome and thank you for joining us tonight for the English edition of Aura News, where we bring you today's top stories translated into English every weeknight. Foreign Minister Dietmar Bushati held a meeting with the Italian Secretary for Foreign Affairs, Vincenzo Amendola, to whom Bushati assured that Albania will continue on the path of reforms and thanked the Italian Secretary for Italy's unconditional support of Albania's EU path. Secretary Amendola highlighted the importance of regional cooperation, praising the reforms undertaken by Albania, and expressed his appreciation for Albania's stabilizing role in the region. Regarding developments in the region, the diplomats showed solidarity over the importance of strengthening regional cooperation and of promoting good neighborly relations with inclusiveness and a common European perspective. The Political Assembly of the European People's Party, which has a majority in the European Commission and in Parliament, and where the chairman of the Democratic Party, Lulzim Basha, is participating, has adopted a resolution on Albania which calls for free and fair elections and condemns vote selling. According to the announcement of the Democratic Party, the resolution calls for the consensual adoption of the electoral reform and for implementing the decriminalization law. The resolution also calls for measures against drug cultivation and trafficking. DP Chairman Lulzim Basha welcomed the resolution and expressed gratitude for the EPP's support to Albania and its people in the fight for free and fair elections, for the fight against crime, and for the European future of our country. The Albanian government and the International Monetary Fund have successfully completed their three-year program and fulfilled the objectives agreed to in February of 2014. The Minister of Finance, the Governor of the Bank of Albania, and the Chief of the IMF mission gave a joint press conference today where they declared that the program set the Albanian economy on the path of solid public finances, financial stability, and economic recovery. The chief of the IMF mission, Anita Tuladar, declared that the program has set the Albanian economy into a sustainable development. The Minister of Finance, Arben Ahmetaj, as well as the chief of the IMF mission, Anita Tuladar, said that bilateral cooperation will continue despite the three-year program coming to an end. The economic program continues according to the plan and has reached its objectives, empowering economic growth. The majority of objectives have been fulfilled. Despite some delays, there has been overall progress with implementing the structural reforms, said the chief of the IMF mission. During their one-week stay in Tirana, the IMF mission concluded that though the revenues were under expectations, the 2016 budget has a positive balance sheet. The revenues are said to be lower than planned due to a decrease in revenue from the value-added tax. The public debt has begun to fall, but still remains high, sitting at 70% of the GDP. Tuladar pointed out that Albania's government should continue with fulfilling the objectives and implementing the restructuring reforms. It is essential for Albania to strengthen revenue collection for economic growth and sustainable development. Albania should continue with structural reforms in order to strengthen public funds, to ensure economic sustainability, to reduce below-standard loans, to strengthen financial stability, and to support the revival of loaning, along with improving the business climate. Significant progress has been made in these fields. However, these achievements need to be further cemented. In this regard, strengthening the tax administration, enlarging the tax base, and implementing the property taxes are very important objectives, said Tuladar. When asked if there will be another agreement between the Albanian government and the International Monetary Fund, the chief of the IMF mission had this to say. The program has been successful. Our relationship with Albanian authorities will continue in a monitoring and consulting form. If the Albanian government asks for a new agreement after the elections, we are willing, said Tuladar. The Minister of Finance was similarly aligned, saying, "Our program with the IMF has reached all its targets, enabling the economy to grow steadily. We will not let the IMF leave Albania. A second deal is within our scope. A decision will be made after the elections." He added that economic growth was positive in 2016. Prime Minister Edi Rama held a meeting today with the mayors of the country where he spoke of the new Reconstruction program. He noted that the reconstruction of irrigation and drainage networks and the construction of rural roads will be a focus of the country's city halls. During the meeting, the Prime Minister gave assurance that urban areas will see further transformations, saying, "We have supported 136 City Hall projects for irrigation and drainage networks. The network of rural roads is another strategic component of economic and social development in our communities. 540 projects have been nationally funded for the urban renaissance," added the Prime Minister, who then announced a new funding package for 30 projects in 30 city halls. "We have financed a new package through the 2017 budget, which will include 30 projects that have been presented by 30 municipalities across the country. This financing covers road infrastructure such as key axes in a bid to boost economic and social development of the municipalities," stated the Prime Minister. The government should present the new reconstruction program soon and is expected to see a fund of 1 billion lek for the construction of 100 new schools all around the country and investments in the healthcare system, including a regional hospital and 10 healthcare centers. Rama stated the new reconstruction program consists of 3 pillars: road infrastructure, including national roads, rural and tourist infrastructure, and a direct cooperation with the municipalities. 100 schools, which are not in good condition, will be reconstructed all around the country. The healthcare infrastructure involves building 10 healthcare centers in the country and a regional hospital in Fier. Parliamentary Commission of National Security approved the law on public auction proposed by the Ministry of Interior. The law was approved with only the votes of the majority, as the opposition members voted against the law, considering it to be made to favor the government's clients. The changes provide a new auction procedure with shorter deadlines and foresee negotiations made without prior notifications for certain categories of goods in the state reserves. The new auction procedures will be used for goods in categories such as livestock, fruits, vegetables, and dairy that are already confiscated and are at the state warehouses. The State Health Inspectorate has concluded its annual analysis for the year of 2016. The results report 12,966 sanitation inspections were made in the past year to check conditions in markets and swimming pools. And according to the director of the State Health Inspectorate, 97 administrative measures were taken. The absence of water in the markets and the failure to clean the swimming pools are among the problems discovered. Furthermore, the director says that a majority of businesses with more than 15 employees do not have a licensed doctor employed. Meanwhile, the anti-smoking campaign seems to have been effective. The Health Inspectorate will ask the Ministry of Health to take progressive measures against violators of the smoking law. The State Health Inspectorate will also ask the Ministry of Health to remove smoking commercials. That's all for our English edition this evening. Please join us again Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. for your local news in English. My name is Mari, and on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.